Hey, what's up, guys? This is Mike, another edition of Mike Thoughts, and I want to share two things I want to share with you today. And the two topics are you book smart or are you application smart? Book smart is pretty much like somebody is academically smart. They can go to school, they can master the class concepts, do all the book work, pass the test. And then you got the other side of the spectrum that's application smart. And those personality traits can pretty much like learn about the concept. They might not do that good with the school work and book work, but if you put them in a situation where it's hands-on, they will excel at the real-time, real-world job application of what they learn. And from what I've seen sometimes, what happens is a lot of people who are book smart, when they have to apply it, like if they get a job, let's say you're book smart and you're really good, you go to school for networking, right? Routers and switches. You understand the concept, you love the book work, you read and everything, but when you go into a data center and it's a rack full of switches and routers, can you get inside those switches and routers? If somebody say, well, it's yours now, have at it. Do you know the first steps of getting into that switch and router and troubleshooting? Or are you used to just dealing with the book side of it when it just says, you go into the data center and log into but do you know how to actually physically take a cable, hook it up to the router or switch, or console into it through IP address? Can you do that? Or are you more comfortable in the classroom learning the concept of router and switches? And there's a difference. So another thing is a high percentage of people fall on either end of that spectrum. It just depends on who you are. You got to know where you're at. And then you have some that fall kind of in the middle or a little bit toward one way, a little bit toward another way. You can be both. You can be one. You can be the other. But you have to identify which one am I? Which one am I really good at? Because you need the foundation of what you're naturally good at to build off of before you start going to picking classes and going to school. So if you're book smart, I would advise you to try to practice the application of what you learn when you read in a book. And if you're application smart, I would advise you to really try to understand the concepts of what you're reading. So while you're applying, you can actually have the concept down as well, because you can benefit from both. You don't have to be one or the other, but you can be one or the other and still succeed, but you got to put the work in on the other side of the spectrum, wherever you land on the spectrum. So I just wanted to come by and share those things with you because when I was younger, probably in my 20s, I was really a big hands-on application guy until I found something that I was really interested in, until I really stumbled into IT. And my brain works like I'm a analyzer, like troubleshooting and see patterns and can recognize and pick up things kind of quick sometimes. So IT and my brain with troubleshooting and analyzing kind of just fit me, just like a natural fit that I found. But if I would have discovered it earlier, I could have got into IT even earlier and not have to worry about working a lot of, I don't want to say dead end jobs, but they wasn't career jobs either, like working at Subway or working at, I was working at a car dealership washing cars. And I had all kind of jobs when I was younger, but when I really got into IT, that's where I really found that niche. I found that career that I can stick with and roll with. And that's what kind of really took me to another level, is finding out that I was good at troubleshooting and analyzing problems and issues and converting that into IT, learning the concepts of IT, working on a computer, doing server level stuff, doing router and switch level stuff, working at an ISP, learning those things and really getting to troubleshoot different things to really exercise that part of my brain. And it really helped me out as different positions I've worked, gave me that experience. And going back to school and learning the concept, especially when we doing web development now, learning the concept of web development and HTML, CSS, and now we're about to get ready to do JavaScript. It really helps out that I'm a heavy application guy. So when I learn the concepts, I can practice at home the application of it. So figure out what you're more catered to. Concept, book smart, application, hands-on. A hands-on person, you can put them in a room with routers and switches and cables and computers. This is an IT analogy. And you can say connect everything and make it talk. A hands-on person will just jump on there and make it happen. It may take a little while, but they'll still make it happen. It won't be a struggle. I've seen people, I go to school with, when it was time to do the labs, the physical labs, when you have to plug everything together, do VLAN, span the tree and all that stuff, they would get nervous and kind of struggle a little bit. But when it came to doing the school tests and Cisco Net Academy and all that, they excelled at it. So, but my thing I would tell them is when you go into the real world, it's not going to be taking Cisco Net Academy tests and reading out of a book. They're going to sit you down in front of a computer. They're going to give you a laptop. They're going to give you putty and all this other stuff. Can you make it happen with what we give you? And that's the difference between book smart and application smart. This is Mike. I'm signing out. I just wanted to share another episode of Thoughts. I want you to think about that. Are you book smart or are you application smart? Or are you a hybrid? Are you in the middle? You trying to join both of those together? You can't go wrong with either one. You got to know which one you're at so you can know how to build off your strengths. And always try to work on your weaknesses. So the more strengths you have, the more of an asset and value that you have. And I'm sharing these thoughts, and I'm signing out. Thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, Mike Flair. I enjoy doing this, making content. I'm going to keep it coming. Sharing thoughts. I'm trying to work on different little IT stories from a general sense without saying names and company names. So that'll be coming here pretty soon as well. So like, share, subscribe. Thank you for watching. Subscribe to my channel. I appreciate your support, and I'm signing out.